Hey there gamers, it's Arava here. Now the month of January is often known as the month of hardship. Particularly for some gamers, this hardship makes it difficult to find new games to play. Well gamers, as we begin the first week of January 2025, prepare yourself to be informed. Because in this video, I bring to you the top 5 new games to play this week. Number 5, Sea Fantasy, was developed by Metasla, then published by Metasla. In the game, you play as 2 young men tasked with saving the world by going on an adventure to fish for the CAZ, known as the marine creatures. By using materials from the CAZ, you can create new fishing rods and hooks to assist you on your journey. Explore the vast pixel world freely by boat, land on islands with dungeons, explore them to get treasures, but be aware of traps. Now, this game is recommended for gamers looking for a fantasy JRPG fishing game. Sea Fantasy releases this week, January 7th, 2025. Sea Fantasy is going to be available this week on PC. Number 4, The Legend of Cyber Cowboy, was developed by East Asia Soft Limited, then published by East Asia Soft Limited. In the game, you play as a steampunk gunslinger with a mechanical arm and enhanced weaponry on a mission to take down bandit gangs. Explore through 5 worlds of Wild West mayhem with dozens of procedurally generated rooms that change with every run. As for combat, you blast through waves of enemies such as cyborg and mechanical monsters, destroy objects or use them for cover, use energy bursts to dodge and dash, then face off against big bosses in bullet hell shootouts. Now, this game is recommended for gamers looking for an action roguelike top-down shooter bullet hell game. The Legend of Cyber Cowboy releases this week, January 1st, 2025. The Legend of Cyber Cowboy is going to be available this week on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and on PC. Number 3, Wuthering Waves, was developed by Horror Games, then published by Koro Games. In the game, you play as a rover as well as recruited allies called Renaissance, tasked with exploring this fantasy world. The game's combat features intro and outro skills. Intro skills are triggered when the characters enter combat, and outro skills are triggered when the characters leave combat. Characters may equip echoes, granting them abilities which summon or transform characters into monsters briefly. Now, this game is recommended for gamers looking for an action-adventure open-world RPG game. Wuthering Waves releases this week, January 2nd, 2025. Wuthering Waves is going to be available this week on PlayStation 5. Number 2 is Memoire, The Oath in Felghana, was developed by Neon Falcon, then published by Exceed Games. In the game, you play as Adol Christian, who tends to the townsfolk and finds himself embroiled in a world of political conspiracies, ancient legacies, and unthinkable taboos. You can also play as his external blue-haired companion, Doggy, who is in search of his former combat masters for answers. As for combat, you battle enemies with Adol's slash and lunge attacks, boost and double boost abilities, as well as elemental magic bracelets. Now, this game is recommended for gamers looking for a fantasy adventure action RPG game. Is Memoire, The Oath in Felghana releases this week, January 7th, 2025. Is Memoire, The Oath in Felghana is going to be available this week on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Number 1, Project Tower, was developed by Yumi Games, then published by Yumi Games. In the game, you play as an inmate as part of a program called Project Tower that forces you to fight your way to the top of the tower for a chance of regaining your freedom. Explore the different floors of the tower, face hordes of fearsome enemies, and solve complex puzzles. Utilize your arsenal to unlock the secrets of the tower and regain your freedom. Now, this game is recommended for gamers looking for an action-adventure, third-person shooter horror game. Project Tower releases this week, January 6th, 2025. Project Tower is going to be available this week on PlayStation 5 and on PC. Now, for those of you who have not done this already, just a gentle reminder to pay your tithes, your dues, and your offerings. For those of you now looking for more content, you may now proceed to one of these two videos next.